There's this favorite quote of mine by a musician from Jamaica called Peter Tosh, and he says, "Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die." When you think about the subject of retirement and the challenges that people face for retirement, I think it's something similar. Everybody wants to have a very happy retirement, financially secure retirement, not being dependent on their kids, but they find it very difficult to take the first steps to start making that a possibility. My name is Ajit Menon. I'm the CEO of Pgim India Mutual Fund, and retirement is a favorite subject of me and my team. We do a lot of work and research around the subject. And I must say that I personally use an advisor for all of my investment goals, including retirement, and I'm happy for it. Today, I want to share with you 6 things that can probably help you take those first few steps into making your retirement very, very resilient. The first thing that should motivate you or even scare you into starting to do something about this is to realize that retirement is the only financial goal of your life for which you don't get a conventional loan. You save for your kids, for their education, for their marriage, for a house, for a car, all of these financial goals. If you do fall short of it, you can get a home loan or a car loan or an education loan or a personal loan to fill the gap. But if you fall short of the money that you might need into retirement, there's no conventional loan. So that's one of the main reasons why I believe that we should all prioritize and start retirement as early as we can. The second aspect is what globally is known as longevity risk, which means that people are likely to live longer than their generations before. In fact, it's said that 1 in 3 kids born today would probably live to the age of 100. So how do you make retirement resilient if you're going to be living up to the age of 90 or 100? And I'm sure you know family and friends who are already crossing 90 and are reasonably active. So that's the second point. How do you deal with longevity? The third is a risk that I believe that people don't realize too much, which is that probably your income, your main part of your income is coming from one skill. The concentration risk that your income is dependent on your one skill. And it's very important for us to think about that and figure out whether we have any more skills that we can develop from which we can earn however little that may be. The fourth aspect is that most people tend to invest only for happy goals, which is why we tend to prioritize children's education and marriage and home and car and things like that. And when they think about retirement, it's not such a happy goal. So you tend to push it down the priority order. So it's important to think about the subject maybe with a positive connotation about what are you going to do into those years, and think about it more as financial freedom and not as retirement. Financial freedom is more positive way of thinking about it. The fifth point is that when you think about hanging up your boots into retirement, which is the conventional way of thinking, maybe we need to change that conventional way to say that retirement is not about hanging up your boots. It's about maybe stopping the kind of work that you're doing now and also working on some things that you love and enjoy, has probably been your hobby or your passion, and monetizing that in some way, however little that you can earn from it. The sixth and last point is when you think about investing for goals, especially things like retirement, which are long-term, it's preferable to put money into a fund called a retirement fund. And the reason for that is because it helps you anchor your commitment that this money pot is for this goal. When you put money into a children's fund, it's for this goal. You could put money into various other products as well for this purpose, but many a time you could, pretty much go wayward if you are not anchored with why is that money meant for. So having a bucket in your mind and having a fund called retirement helps. To know more about the Pgim India Retirement Fund that we've recently launched, and how do you make retirement a happy goal? What kind of hobbies can you monetize? We have a report called the 50 Gigs report. There are 50 different hobbies have been outlined and how you can learn them, where you can learn it from, what it costs, how much can you earn from it, and things like that. I hope you enjoy the 50 Gigs report and figure out what's your passion to monetize. And I hope you learn a little bit about the Pgim India Retirement Fund as well, for which I'd encourage you to speak to your team at J2 Wealth. Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.